Christmas.
Guys, this is our Christmas episode. We all agreed to do this at the same time. 1, 2, 3, Merry Christmas. Christmas time. Okay, Merry Christmas. Hey, guys. 1, 2, 3, Merry Christmas.
Never agreed to that.
Do you want to hear a funny story? So Noah acts like I'm the sensitive one. He always claims that I'm the sensitive one.
Okay, let's pause. How many times, like if you could calculate, how many times do you think you've seen me cry, and how many times do you think you've seen Abby cry?
I don't know if that is the only indication of
being
sensitivity.
sensitive. Yeah, like Noah's like, we
Okay,
could be
but
at like my
Abby
parents'
cries
funeral,
like-
and Noah's like, God, you're crying. You're
No.
so sensitive.
No, Abby's like this. Abby's like, we were at the store the other day, and this woman gave me like $10. I just really needed $10 that day.
That is not.
That is literally.
I love how your definition of, anyways, we'll get up. So
Abby dresses so casual.
Christmas, we always do this tradition. It's been this way every year as long as we've been little until obviously now.
It's like Hunger Games. One person has to die in our family.
Christmas Eve, we wake up in the morning and instantly start cleaning. Like it just feels Christmassy. So we
To clean?
to clean.
Yeah, get the house prepared for
Santa.
St. Nicholas.
Okay.
Sure.
So like we clean
That's
our
mine now.
bedrooms so that we have like we can put our new toys away in our bedroom. It's very systematic.
Still, we're 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can know.
We wash our bed sheets. Like we have right. Okay. So anyways,
Yikes.
it's Christmas Eve. Keep in mind, there's a lot of things me and my family have done over the years. We do not and have never thrown the word around hate.
Okay.
Okay, so all of my life,
we
from
go.
0 to currently now at 25, I've never told my parents that I hate them.
Abby's literally, here's the thing I want y'all to understand. We
he
did
knows
not
what story I'm
discuss
telling.
this story, and Abby's just been sitting on this in private, waiting to tell this story.
Because you're always like, Abby's literally the most sensitive person. I'm like, oh,
But like
little do you
the
know.
podcast didn't start like that.
Okay, Noah and I, even though obviously we don't toss this word around, we still don't have like, we're not like, you're the most amazing brother and you're a shining star. Like,
Now, do you say you don't throw the word hate around like with regard to each other?
each
Yeah,
other,
like,
yeah.
I would
Yeah.
never say like I hate you, Brian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
or really tweet,
Yeah.
like we've
I
never
hate your taste in music. I hate your taste in stuff.
I hate everything about you,
Hate
but I don't
everything about
hate you.
the core of your being, but not you.
So it's Christmas Eve. I'm in my room cleaning, and Noah is just like in some type of mood that he's just wanting to pick. He's just wanting to like
not.
get at me.
If I was cleaning on Christmas Eve, I'd be in a mood.
Thank you.
So he comes in my room and he just won't leave. And I'm like, Noah, like, please leave. I'm trying to
I
finish.
want to hang out with my sister on Christmas.
Like, I'm trying to clean. I'm trying to get stuff done. Like,
Christmas Eve.
please leave. And he's not
all right,
leaving.
guys, that's it for this episode.
So I look at him dead in the face in the most dramatic Disney Channel way you could possibly imagine a kid doing. And I say, I hate you. You're annoying me. Leave.
Now imagine hearing that when you're like 12.
No, like you were like 14.
No, I was probably
Noah
12.
literally leaves my room, storms to his bedroom, and slams the door shut. And so I like keep cleaning my room. Like I'm just thinking like whatever, like you
Yeah,
know,
he'll be fine.
he'll be fine. I go into his room a little while later, and he is laying on his bed.
Not like hours, like 10 minutes. It's not like she came in there like Christmas Eve before dinner and I've just been laying there.
Did he have music on? Tell me there was music playing.
I had Creed playing, I had a razor blade.
And I said, Noah, what's wrong? And he looks me dead in the face while he's crying, and he said, you told me you hated me on Christmas.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
Oh my God. It was the most interesting and funny experience I've probably ever had. Because at the time I felt bad. Because like I wasn't thinking like I literally hate you. I was thinking like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like you're just so
Like,
annoying.
I
Like
hate what
just,
you're doing right
like
now.
get out of my room.
That's
like
not
I hate
what she
you.
said.
Yeah.
She said, I hate you.
Anyways, let's remember that every time Noah shares a story about me being sensitive. Like as if to say, like any other day you could have told me you hate me and it would have been fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on
It's
Christmas,
Christmas. Like, who does that? Who says on Christmas, I hate you? It was a hard day.
Anyways,
Oh, man.
I
So-
thought we would take today's episode and just see how many movies we can find in the Roku sleep screen.
oh yeah,
Listen, I
we're
know you're
looking
being
at my
funny, but I can't tell you how many nights Kate and I have been in bed and this thing pops
listen.
on.
and you just looking
All of you can't see, but on the opposite side of us is the screen in which we watch
our masterpiece.
our masterpieces on, and it's a Roku, and it's just going through right now. And while Abby was telling her fictional narratives, her fake news.
I don't know what that means. Not a yada yada. What is that?
Not a yada yada.
That's Metro or that's T-Mobile's like in their commercial. That's like,
Oh,
It's
that's their
Metro
thing.
by T-Mobile.
Gotcha. Do you think that the
Which
cat?
do you ever have Spotty phone service?
Yeah.
Do you guys have T-Mobile?
Really? Because you know that with Metro by T-Mobile, you can actually get a brand new account right now.
Sponsored.
Sponsored. This podcast episode is brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Pay as you go. Don't pay before. Pay as you go.
I would love the day when some of these companies start reaching out and they're like, guys, like we don't want to be.
We don't want to. It's either
No,
that-
guys, can we work with you?
No,
It's guys,
it's
like,
either,
please
yeah,
don't
it's
mention
gonna
us
be
in your
out there going to
podcast.
say, guys, no one is selling us the way you are.
Like we're actually having people come and like cancel business. With us
Cancel
because-
business because of. Is that a
Okay.
Christmas app? Oh,
Here's
cool.
the question. You guys have one Christmas song that you have to listen to for the entire month of December. It's the only song that plays on repeat. You can't listen to any other Christmas songs. What's the one Christmas song you're choosing? I feel like I know mine.
It has to be something. It has to be something by Three Doors Down. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, Brian.
It's crazy that you think I'm.
I feel like
Brian's like, does Nickelback count?
Brian's like.
Give me some parameters or like.
You
around
feel
what
like
it means to
war
be
is over.
Christmas. What?
Like war is over. Xmas. John Lennon and Yoko Ono type. Like, Merry Christmas, John. Merry Christmas, Yoko.
I have my answer.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like this is going to be morbid, but I don't mean it to be. The Christmas song that I would play on repeat for the whole month of December and have no problem with it is River by James Taylor. Brian's like, I don't even know
Brian,
that song.
I
do you
don't-
know?
Do you know that
River?
So I don't know that song. Is it a
It's not a
Christmas
James
song?
Taylor song. It's a Christmas.
It's a Christmas song.
It's coming on Christmas, cutting down trees.
But like he does it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I wish I.
Do you remember in the
had a
episode of New
river.
Girl when she gets broken up with and she's laying in bed
I could sail
and she has that
away.
record player going and she's just laying in bed listening to a song on repeat? It's River.
Yeah, it's the Sarah McLachlan version. It's coming on Christmas.
But James
cutting
Taylor does a
down
version
trees.
of it. It's so funny.
Okay.
So that's always
Oh,
my
I
like
wish
favorite Christmas
I
song.
had a river.
Really?
I could sail away.
He's gonna keep
home.
going.
I get it. I know. I get it.
Oh, I wish I had a river so high I could leave my feet and fly away. You never heard that song?
Give me a few more
I
bars.
wish I had a river. You know that one?
No, I don't.
You know what was? You know what's pretty funny? We watched The Holiday last night.
Oh my gosh,
That's
I
a
love
great
that
one.
movie.
And you know what's weird? Every time I watch The Holiday, I'm dumbfounded why it's not one of my favorite movies of all time.
It is one of the best Christmas
It
movies of all
is
time.
absolutely.
It's hard to come up from it.
fantastic.
Like you watch
Yeah.
that movie and it's hard to like find a movie that competes when it comes to Christmas movies.
true.
Because it's just so
It's
good.
outstanding.
It's the adult version of like Home Alone. Like, you know what Home Alone does to you as a kid when you're like, this would be, like, this is the life. You know what I mean? Big house, alone. Like,
To me, it's
The Holidays like that where you're like, yeah, a cabin in Surrey,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And I told Bailey, though, oh, well, I said that because James Taylor, his Have Your Stuff
Yeah.
Together Christmas is in that.
and that's honestly would be like
The
a
James Taylor Christmas album
that's
is
the
highly
top
underrated.
contender.
Okay.
We only know it so well because it was the only Christmas album my father would listen to. No, I take that back. This is how, listen, you want to talk about traumatizing? Let me tell you what traumatizing
Honestly, I'm
is.
so grateful for that because I wouldn't know that James Taylor
Traumatizing
album
is that
without
the
that.
only two Christmas albums I listened to as a teenager when my dad drove was James Taylor Christmas and a Rascal Flatts Christmas.
And if those aren't
And
bangers,
Rascal
I don't
Flatts
know
did
what
Jingle
is.
Bell Rock, and my dad thought that was revolutionary.
We were a
Jerry Seinfeld Christmas.
we were a Seinfeld family. We didn't really.
We did Festivus.
We were an Amy Grant family. So her Christmas album would play
Okay.
every single year. My parents were the types that, like, when we found like an album that they liked. That was kind of it.
Okay.
And what I'm about to say is not an exaggeration.
I
It's
know
not
what
a
you're about
joke.
to say.
So I grew up just outside of Chicago, but we had
We can tell by
some
the
like
accent.
family.
Chicago.
I grew up in Chicago.
We had some family outside of Chicago. We get Italian beefs and sit around the fire listening to Amy Grant's Breath of Heaven.
We would drive for like Thanksgiving a lot of years. We would drive down to Chattanooga from Chicago, and we're talking 10 hours.
Who were you driving to Chattanooga for?
So I've got family. I've always had family around the Chattanooga area.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah. And I have an aunt and uncle that have a cabin up on Lookout Mountain.
Sick.
So we would.
Just been holding out on us, Brian.
Yeah, I just realized that.
So that was like I'd say at least once a year we'd come down
Gotcha.
here. Especially when my oldest, I have siblings that are like a lot older than me, and they were in college here. And so we'd come down to see them and we'd stay at the cabin. Anyways,
Gotcha.
We'd make this 10-hour car trip. And there's one year, there was a DC Talk album that came out. I think it was the Red Letters album.
Yeah.
Sick.
And I'm not sure.
Listen to this.
We listened to that album.
They listened to that one album for 10 hours. Do you think they're just so like contemplative
Well, I was gonna say, do you think that people would
that
just
they
space
weren't
out?
actually like
I don't
listening? They were
know.
just zoned out.
I don't know. I mean, I was young. Did that memory get altered? Maybe. But that's how I remember it.
Brian's in the back.
I
Brian's in the
remember-
back like, what's a man down this head? This is dad like Mama McJelly. Took me a while to catch what he said.
Oh my God.
Brian was like flipping off people in the back seat. Like, what will people think?
That's
The worst,
hilarious.
that's like the worst Christian kid.
That's insane.
So that's how I
That's
remember
child
it.
abuse.
That's how I remember it. Driving in the car for about 10 hours, and we just listened to DC Talk.
I will say 1 year.
So his Christmas song.
I think about this sometimes and I don't know how we did it. Like years ago, you didn't have a phone you could plug up. Like you had albums or you had the radio.
Well, in our
Yeah.
family, in our defense, our family was, by the time we got a little older, they were kind of 1%ers. And so we had XM radio.
Okay.
And XM radio, like,
It was it.
back in the day, smashed.
You had your
Sure.
Disney Channel station.
We'd have like Disney's 60s, 70s, 80s, and then we'd have one that was called like, it was either called Coffee House,
yeah, it was Coffee House.
and it was like all like John Mayer.
Sure.
It was everything.
And it slapped.
But that's not the story I'm telling. The reason I bring that up is because 1 year we borrowed this like older lady's van in our church. And we obviously didn't have our car. So we didn't have like
We
our
were
radio
going somewhere
stations.
on
We were going to
vacation.
Florida on vacation.
in somebody else's van.
In somebody's van that they let us use, which was such a blessing. Like we were so grateful.
So great.
Super nice van. We don't
This
have
changed
any
my life.
CDs. We don't have any radio like
This
stations
changed my life.
that are ours, you know.
Okay.
So we like just clicked the CD player just to see like what CD was even in the thing. And shoots out a Robin Thicke album.
Robin Thicke's first album.
First
Evolution.
album.
No.
It's called The Evolution of Robin
Of
Thicke.
Robin Thicke. We listened to that album the whole way to Florida.
No way.
Freaking.
Lost
I'm pretty sure that
without
was
you.
my sexual awakening.
Oh
Because
my
that album is
Can't help
nasty.
myself. It was nasty,
Yeah.
but it was like I don't
It
even
was
think mom and
so
dad knew
good.
who Robin Thicke was. Like I just think they were
Well,
just
the interesting
playing.
thing about Robin Thicke is he's Alan Thicke's son from Growing Pains.
Oh.
Is
Never
he
put
really?
that together? Yeah,
No.
that's Alan Thicke's son from Growing Pains.
Is it crazy that I don't even know who you're talking about when you say Alan Thicke?
You never seen Growing Pains with Kirk Cameron? Show me that smile. Ooh, show me that smile.
No, this feels like a
Don't
karaoke
waste
episode.
another.
So none of us answered. Well, I answered. So you have one Christmas song. What are we choosing?
Oh my gosh. We're back here.
I think it
Brian's
would.
like, I guess it's gonna have to be Jesus Freak.
Does it have to be? My Mama McJelly took me a while to catch what he said. And then he would mess it up and be like, shoot, Mom, start it over. Start the song over. Does it have to be artist specific? Like, because like to me,
No, I mean, I
there's
guess you
songs that are
loophole.
different by different artists. So, like example, like anyone can sing White Christmas, but when Bing Crosby does it, it's different.
Yeah, I would make the artist because I will say, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas like hits different with James Taylor.
See, I feel like that song hits most with Michael Bublé.
No,
The
when
boobs.
when Michael Bublé sings "I'll Be Home for Christmas," I could sob.
Yeah.
But when
People
James Taylor
say
sings
I
"Have
sound a
Yourself,"
lot like him when I sing. It's insane. I'm always like, nah, it's so embarrassing. I would say
I feel like yours would be "White Christmas" by Bing Crosby. Would you say otherwise?
I would say it's either that. No, I'll say this. It's either Silver Bells by Bing Crosby or the Christmas Song by Nat King Cole. That is like,
Okay.
Silver Bells, Bing
Okay.
Crosby. Okay.
but the Christmas Song by Nat King Cole, like his version is just almost unbeatable, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's, to me, that's like the Christmas, like kind of like classic
Sure.
Christmas song.
Yeah, I do appreciate more. So growing up, we didn't.
Like crooners.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I feel like growing up, we didn't listen to a lot of like Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, you know.
Okay.
Sure. It wasn't until
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I hated like a lot of like the like stereotypical Christmas songs,
yeah.
Okay.
like I don't know, you turn
Jingle
on the-
Bells, Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah,
Brian likes all the like animal versions, like meow 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 meow.
Brian's a little drummer boy guy.
I feel like I can't have.
You think
just
it's
one
Mariah
song.
Carey's "All I Want for Christmas"?
I don't think so.
You love that song.
I don't know if I can answer with just one song. Maybe, maybe
The Littlest Angel.
no.
I'm gonna start naming songs that you don't know.
It's probably going to be like a Michael Bublé because I think his Christmas album is probably the one I return to the most.
Okay.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by him is really good.
Yeah.
James Taylor is good too. Here's the thing though about James Taylor's Christmas album.
Careful.
It doesn't make
your mouth.
me James Taylor's Christmas album doesn't make me want to like get with my family around a fire and like open presents. It makes me want to like go like meet a girl I'm interested in marrying or dating and like at a bar and like it's winter and we're like sharing cocktails.
So it's the
and-
holiday.
Yeah, like but yeah.
It was like, I wanna go to England
It
in a
gives me
cab.
that vibe, which like that's not the vibe you want
Sure.
when you're opening presents with your family around a
See,
Christmas tree.
I disagree. I feel like when I listen to that album, like it makes me think of like being around a fire with like a bunch of people that I love, like drinking like hot cider or something.
Makes me think of like, just shut up and kiss me. It's
You know,
Christmas.
you want to know what Katie
This is
told me
ver-
yesterday?
She's
said
leaving
that-
me. I kind of wanted to get into it in the episode. Brian's like
told me-
super cash, but
She told me that Jude Law was recently in an interview and he was asked,
Yes, I
would
saw
you ever
it.
do a holiday too? And he did Mr. Napkin Head and he wouldn't deny.
I know.
He wouldn't deny it.
I wonder
He
though.
kind of like playfully hinted.
do you
scared.
feel like it's
though.
messing with perfection?
I do.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
The
scared.
holiday. I literally was watching it last night, and I was like, "There's not a bad like moment in this film."
No, there's not one thing that about this film that I would change. It's everything that
Let
you'd
me-
ever want in a Christmas
And I'm
movie.
not a huge Cameron Diaz fan, to be honest.
You know what? I will tell you, the holiday for me, and for some of you this might make sense, and for some of you it might sound stupid. Whatever. Dan in real life as a fall movie is the holiday for me as a Christmas movie.
Totally.
Sure.
It's one of those movies that's like just festive enough to be Christmassy, but not so festive that it's like The Elf.
The one thing I'll say about the
Yeah.
holiday that's funny, I did tell Bailey, I was like, it is funny that like, of course her brother is like a wealthy book editor. Like her brother doesn't come in drunk. He's like, I work at the meat market. Like, you know, like, open the door. I'm drunk. You know, like,
Yeah.
Like, of course, everyone's wealthy, driving Rovers and gorgeous.
yeah.
It's
right.
just so funny to me. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Except for Cameron Diaz, but yeah.
I like
It's
her
weird because I'm
character.
not a huge fan of hers, and I love the only things I like her in is that and The Mask.
I was trying to think if there's anything else I've really seen her in other
The
than
Mask.
I don't
Well,
I'm
growing up,
trying
The
to
Mask was iconic.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. She's done a lot of movies.
Was that-
she did that? What to expect when expecting?
Yeah, that was a funny one.
Mm.
Was the mask the one with the green mask?
Jim Carrey.
Was
Yeah.
The Mask the one with the mask?
No, but like, you know, there's like mask movies, and then also there are certain movies that I feel like aren't considered holiday movies. I
She
feel
did
like we always
Charlie's
keep talking about
Angels.
movies.
Bad Teacher. Night and Day, but night is spelled like night.
Ooh, Shrek. Yeah, she's
She was in
Fiona.
all the Shrek. She's Fiona.
Fiona.
We are idiots.
I do like that. I
That's
do like
right.
her in those.
That's right.
She was in Green Hornet.
I feel like there are a lot of movies, and not to get on movies again for the 80th time, but I feel like there are a lot of movies that aren't holiday movies or Christmas movies, but that feel like Christmas movies. Does
Like
that make
what?
sense? Like,
Harry Potter.
yeah, like the first Harry Potter feels like a Christmas movie to me, even though it's
Well,
not Christmas.
I saw a podcast the other day talk about this, and this blew my mind.
Okay.
I'm about to kind of ruin your day.
Okay.
Someone was talking about, because, you know, in the Harry Potter movies, they celebrate Christmas.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like
Hagrid's like lugging a
overly
tree
said. Yeah, but
in like, the first Harry Potter.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple people that say happy. Like, I think, don't one of them say, like, Happy Christmas, Harry?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do celebrate
Yeah.
Christmas because remember,
So-
Ron and Harry stay at Hogwarts and
Yeah.
they'd open up Christmas
So,
gifts.
Yeah.
Here's the thing they were saying is that means that, like, Jesus is canon to the Harry Potter world. And the funny thing about it is, if that's the case, then all the signs and wonders Jesus did, it's just like a normal day at Hogwarts. And they're like, so, like, what's so cool about Jesus? Because, like, Jesus is like, I turned water into wine. And they're like, I mean, any of us could do that, like, right now. I walked on
Oh
water.
my gosh.
Anybody.
That is crazy.
Isn't it weird to think that, like, Jesus is canon in that universe, and yet, like, all the stuff Jesus did, like, to live in, like, in the magical side of that world was like, I'm not really impressed.
Which I
So,
feel
like,
like
is Jesus, like, in that world, is like Jesus like a wizard who is like, I'm just gonna, like, pretend, like, I'm gonna come out and be like, oh, look at me, I'm the Son of God, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird
There's
to think
so
about
much.
that Jesus, like, if Christmas is there, that means Jesus must be in that universe.
I don't know. I probably didn't think that hard. J.K.
Yeah,
Rowling
it
was probably
feels
just
like
I'm saying it's canon.
But I feel like even though that's exactly what I'm talking about though. It's
Like, I
not,
raised Lazarus from the dead. It's like, yeah, we all have Horcruxes around here somewhere.
oh my gosh. I feel like there's just a lot of movies that I associate because I think like last year, we saw Wonka on Christmas. So now like Wonka is a Christmas movie.
I would associate the Lion,
I
the
see
Witch,
what
and the
you mean.
Wardrobe,
Like yeah,
the Chronicles of
Oh
Narnia.
yeah.
it'll just be Christmas
Well,
movies.
Father Christmas.
Oh yeah, he is in it.
Yeah.
I forget about that.
Even though I haven't seen them, some of the Lord of the Rings movies or like Hobbit-ish movies, even though I haven't seen them, feel Christmassy because
That always came out.
out of the 2 times that I ever saw
Yeah.
the Hobbit movies, it was always at
They
freaking
did always
Christmas with
come
my
out around
family.
Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other films that I would associate with Christmas.
I feel like there's a lot. There's a lot of movies I associate with Christmas time that aren't Christmas movies.
I can't think of any.
I feel like Little Women is a Christmas movie, even though it's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's more of a you thing, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just movies that I associate with Christmas.
I would say Home Alone.
It's a bit of a stretch.
I'd say Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, probably Home Alone 3, but definitely not Home Alone 4. Yeah, I can't think of any more. Like I said, Chronicles of Narnia. I mean, the holiday is and it isn't.
Well, it's a winter movie, it feels like. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel
I mean,
like
it is
a
at
Christmas
Christmas.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Christmas really isn't mentioned till the
'Cause
very
it
end.
ends at Christmas. It's
Yeah.
like the very last scene, right?
So it just feels like a winter movie.
Well, she does say in the beginning she doesn't want to spend Christmas at home alone.
yeah,
oh
which-
yeah.
but
Was it a sequel to Home Alone? Wait. Same universe?
that would be crazy if they made a second one.
You know what, too, I love? I love in that movie the contrast of English people and British people because, like, Cameron Diaz, God knows how long she lived at that house, never met her neighbor. And the British
I
girl's there for
know.
2 days. She's like, let's go to dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And immediately
Right.
they're best
That was
friends.
probably one of the best, like, little side plots they could have ever put in a movie.
It was so good.
I
It was
know.
so
The
emotional.
only thing I told Bailey was it's such a movie thing because, like, I feel like in the real world, like, that guy turns out to be like a pervert, and he's like, "Come over here and kiss me." You alone on Christmas? Have you ever seen a Golden Globe?
Also, I feel like frustrated that Jack Black in his younger years didn't get put in more like romance movies. Like I feel like he was in a lot of rom-coms. Like he was in that Is it Shallow Hal?
Yeah.
What it's
Yeah.
called? He's in like movies like that
That's a
where
good
there's
one.
like a love interest in the background,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like he's in a lot of like actual like romance movies.
Yeah. Well, he did have a few of those movies like those ones where he's clean cut, he's charming. You know.
He did?
Well, I'm just saying like The Holiday.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like he's clean cut, he's charming, and I'm thinking now, like if
Shallow
they were to go back and do a Holiday
Is there
2,
more?
could Jack Black come back and play that kind of character?
I
'Cause I
know.
feel like he's kind of gone.
Now it looks like
I know.
because his neck is gone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of nerve wracking to think that they could remake it because I just don't know if they could do it as good.
Right.
I did School of Rock. That was kind of.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's always like side characters where like he's kind of, it's a love interest kind of. Because Gulliver's Travels, is that what it's called? It's
I
a
didn't see
similar
that one.
thing. But there's not like ones
School
like
of
The
Rock
Holiday.
isn't in any form a rom com.
No.
See, when
not-
I was a kid, his big movie was Orange County, and so it was hard because he was like a druggie. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's always
Yeah.
played the kind of like wild
County
comedic
was
character.
For me, it was Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre
He
is.
peaked. I think Jack Black peaked with Nacho Libre. I don't
Okay.
That
think
was pretty
anything is
good. I don't
That
know.
was a good
Orange
one.
County. I mean, Orange County was like 15 years before that. Or
I
10
never
years
saw that
before
I
movie.
didn't either.
Shockingly.
Really? It was the first movie with Tom Hanks' son.
Who's Tom Hanks' son?
He's been in
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff. He's
Yeah.
in Jumanji, the new ones.
Jumanji.
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 You know
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
You know, Jamuju.
I've never. I don't think I know him. I don't think I
Yeah.
know who he is.
But yeah, what was the original question?
I don't know. I think I
What
was
Christmas
just.
song would you listen to for?
We got through that.
We got through that.
No, I'm joking. I don't know.
Okay. But I was talking about. Oh, I brought up The Holiday because of the James Taylor song. But The Holiday is a classic. That's
a
a better
classic.
question. Is Desert Island 3 Christmas movies?
That's really difficult.
I don't think it's.
I say that, and literally 3 movies instantly come to my mind.
Yeah, Brian's is pretty easy. Brian's is Santa Paws,
Santa Paws 2.
Santa Paws 2, and Santa Buddies.
I've seen. Nora got really into all the
So did Izzy.
Buddies movies.
Okay.
Well, Izzy just by association.
Yeah, but there
yeah,
was.
Izzy's just down for whatever.
Yeah.
These are Brian's children, by the way.
Yeah.
We'll put pictures up. No, I'm kidding.
And the address.
Yeah. My wife talks about the time she watched Izzy for a night and she wanted to watch Santa Buddies.
Yeah.
And before everything happened, Izzy explained the whole plot of what was about to happen. She'd pause it and say, okay, here's what's about to happen. And then she'd click play and they'd have to watch as Bailey
really?
already knew the whole plot of what was about to happen.
She's like, I just want you to get this film the way that I do.
So, all right, here's what's going to happen. This guy's going to come on the scene and like literally Bailey would be like, we can just like watch. She's like, no. Like, let me explain
She's
it
like,
to you.
look, this movie's gonna go right over your head. There's some really complex themes. A lot of like symbolism and like hidden. Oh,
I like Santa Buddies.
I feel like Desert Island for me, one would definitely be The Holiday.
Oh,
For sure.
it'd be hard.
Little Women for me, for sure. Because here's the thing. When I think about being on a desert island
Abby, this is.
and having 3 Christmas movies, I want 3 Christmas movies that I can watch all year round. Because I'm going to be on this desert island for life.
I think you're too complex.
Oh my God, stop.
Abby's thinking about this way. She's like, okay, July 12th, what I want to watch.
So The Holiday, Little Women. I'll get back to you on my third one. That one's
Brian.
So
something.
I think here's the way you need to go about it. Is you need to diversify
Categories.
your genres. Right?
Okay.
So I'm thinking like Elf,
Okay.
or maybe.
Wow.
Something in the humor lane.
And even that, because like that's hard.
I
because
like-
in the humor lane, I've got Elf, but I've also got A Christmas Story, which it probably needs to be A Christmas Story.
Yeah, I like Elf, but once I've watched Elf,
You're done.
I'm good.
Mm.
I'm good for 12 months.
Sure.
I've watched it one time and I'm like, this was enough for me.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
So it's probably the Christmas Story.
Okay.
I might say The Holiday, and give kind of a
Really?
rom-com.
Yeah, more
And then
endearing
Bad
feel.
Santa. you crazy cat, you.
And then since Abby's kind of dipping out of the Christmas, she's kind of doing whatever she wants. I feel like I can do whatever I want. I think I'm going to throw in like a Lord of the Rings movie.
Not Die Hard?
Gag.
I think Fellowship of the Ring feels Christmassy.
Okay.
I hate
If you're dead.
There's gifts.
I hate these islands and I'm never visiting them. Not for Christmas.
It's not Animal Crossing.
This is not Christmas to me. This is just like
So what are your answers?
I would say A Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Do you want to know an unpopular
Crazy that
opinion?
you'd go number 2 over number 1. That's crazy to me.
The Christmas Story is only my favorite because of its nostalgia, but to me, Christmas Vacation is the best Christmas movie ever.
It's funny. I
Christmas Vacation is the best movie ever. Do you know that's one of my
Christmas movie ever.
Oh, yeah. That is one
Yeah.
of my least favorite movies ever. I actually don't even like it almost. That's how much I find it so unfunny.
That is insane.
There's like a couple good scenes, but like the way that people have like a cult following for that movie is to me like is I don't even know how to process that information.
That's not like a yearly watch for me.
No, it's not even a bi-yearly watch.
I probably watched Christmas Vacation like 6 times over
I
Christmas.
find it to be like
to me
so bottom
it is
tier.
it is everything. So first off, it is hilarious. There's more one-liners in Christmas Vacation than any Christmas movie out there. Name a movie that has more one-liners. You can't.
literally The Christmas Story.
No, not even close. Bubba says when he says that they had to replace the steel plate in my head with a plastic one because every time Catherine would rev up the microwave, I'd piss my pants and forget who I was for half an hour.
I mean, it's funny.
It is hilarious.
There are some really funny
Maybe,
moments.
and maybe I just haven't watched it in a long
other
time,
thing
so-
about Christmas Vacation that I don't think it gets enough credit for. I'm gonna burn these couches one day. I hate sitting here.
I love how you say that like you literally don't move incessantly in any environment that we're in.
We're getting a new podcast studio soon, by the way. Sneak peek. You heard it here first, guys. Breaking news. New podcast studio coming soon. But the other thing about Christmas Vacation is it's set in the last great era, I think, of America.
Okay.
The like
Is it the
late
90s?
80s, early 90s, the way their house is built. Like they have that little like TV room off the main living room, the house, the style of their clothes, the 90s looking outfits, the 90s looking, like just everything. It's the station wagon, the like old school like capitalism before it was gross. Like all of it is like this whole nostalgic end of an era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm still a little hung up on you picking Home Alone 2 over Home Alone 1.
I think I would pick that as well.
When you said
Home Alone.
number 2 over number 1, I thought you meant Christmas Vacation over Home Alone 2. I thought you were saying the order of my movies.
No,
No, he's saying why would
No,
you
Home
pick
Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1.
it's not as funny.
by a
It's-
long shot?
It's not as funny.
It is,
It's way
it is
funnier.
twice as funny.
It's literally not twice, it's 50,000 times funnier.
100%.
No, it's not. Home Alone 1
When
is funnier.
he is laying on the ground and those bricks keep coming and he's going, Harry, Harry.
See, but 2 is like the humor's cheesier in number 2 than it is number 1. There's more of those moments, and it's like because like I feel like in 1 it was goofy and it was silly, but I felt like they crossed the like silliness line in Home Alone 2,
Yeah.
and that stops being funny for me.
I don't think so. I think
I feel like I liked the whole concept of 2 more.
I think and the addition of what's his name? I love you. What's his name? Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
The addition of Tim Curry and it's not Ben Stiller, but
Shoot,
what's his name?
I know
Adam
who you're
Sandler
thinking.
guy.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Concierge.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you though.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna bug me.
Anyway, it's not David Spade either. It's
But he's just like all those
he's
guys.
just like all those guys.
One of those
The
guys.
addition of Tim Curry, him, the whole hotel team, like to me, added a whole new. And it's not that Home Alone 1's bad. Don't get me wrong.
No, I think Home Alone 1 is
love
really
Home
good.
Alone 1.
Yeah, it's better than the second one.
No, I'll tell you this. Very interesting. I had a guy tell this story. I was in a communications class, and he was telling this story, and I actually was like, he's wrong, and like I like confronted him about it, and he was like, yeah, you're right. And he was like trying to be all like, anyway, it's no big deal. I'm kind of smart. It's insane.
And it was like I gotta be
He was
taught the
trying to
class
be all,
for
and I
him.
understood where he came from. He was coming from the like perspective of cinema. So this was the question he posed: Who is the most important character in the original Home Alone movie?
Is this like
A question I'm going to ask you both.
but is there an
Who's the
answer?
most important character?
There is an answer, but he got it wrong. He was
okay.
coming from like the cinematography kind of like, and I was like, I get what you're saying. But the question, if you have to ask this question, the answer you have is wrong.
Was he trying to say like the neighbor?
Nope, it's not what he said. Who do you think it is? Who's the most important character in Home Alone?
Gosh, I hate the pressure.
According to like
gonna be,
cinema.
Is this going to be one of those obscure like the house is really one of the characters?
It's something. He's not wrong, but he's wrong if that makes sense.
I mean, I feel like the most important character is the boy
Okay.
because I feel like
and that's the
he
obvious.
Could,
That's
So
kind of obviously
his
what you wanna
answer
say,
was that the most important character.
Brian's like your answer's
Like
too
Abby-
obvious,
Abby-
and you're scapegoating
You're a
it.
little too
Abby's
basic.
Abby's
Well, what's
like,
your
you're a bit
answer?
shallow and pedantic.
Because I could see the neighbor being the answer in the sense of like a meaningful way, but he's talking about like in a cinematic sense, like
Well, this what this guy was saying, but it's flawed because the question is the question. And the question can't change based off circumstance. The question's the question. Who's the most important character? So she said Kevin. Who would you say?
I think the character that makes the
The
movie
uncle.
that it can't be Home Alone without it is the delivery driver who keeps knocking over the.
It's all of them. The pizza guy does too.
That's what. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, remember and the
Oh,
express,
and then the other guys.
Yeah, the express
Yeah.
vans.
Who? Tell me. Go ahead. And tell me.
His answer was that it is the spider. Because you keep seeing the spider throughout the film, right? So like you see him in the cage.
I would
And then
never
you
think
see him
that.
fall out, and then you kind of see him through the kitchen. You see him through the bathroom.
I see what you're saying.
And the idea is the story is leading to this moment that he has to get the spider to be freed from Marv.
okay,
Right? The whole thing is foreshadowing this moment where he's going to grab the spider.
that is so much.
feels to me like if you came
That
in
was
here,
his answer.
If you
Is the
came in
mo-
here and you were trying to, and you were like, guys, like, and you had this really profound, I would say, like, you feel really desperate right now,
Yeah.
for attention.
I get,
Well, and when I think character,
I get where
I
he's
think
coming
character.
from. Well, no, I
yeah.
get where he's
I
coming
don't think
from.
like
But
object
he's
or
wrong.
animal.
And
I
I-
guess it would be the house.
No, I mean, he's right in a way because they are foreshadowing the moment that's going to free
yeah.
him from the clutches of Marv.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is the spider. But I said you're wrong. The most important character in Home Alone
Is Kevin.
is the neighbor.
Yeah. And that was my
Here's
first
why.
thought. when
I mean,
you
that
said
was my first thought,
But
but it
here's
felt
why.
too meaningful.
Because without the neighbor, Kevin dies.
Here's a question.
They're going to kill him.
Here's a question.
Yeah, that's true. Because
They capture him.
Do you think that Harry was actually going to bite his fingers off, or do you think
Yeah.
he was just toying with them?
No, I think he is Listen, they seem like the most twisted men.
They
on
seem
the planet.
crusty.
But here's the thing, though, because Harry is always getting on Marv for going too far.
See, that's what I think.
That's
I
the
think
thing.
that one of them is
You think he
actually
just would have
just.
shot him?
No, I just think one of them
I
was
don't
just
think-
wanting to steal some stuff and leave.
Yeah, I don't
think he was wanting to
they were
kill
gonna
people.
or torture him. I think they were going to torment
I feel
him
the
a little bit.
opposite. I feel like they were going to kill him because he's the only person in the world who could identify them in a line, like in a criminal line.
I did not know there was
but
so much
no
depth
one
to
knew
Home
who
Alone.
no one knew who the wet bandits were.
Yeah, but like Harry, he keeps showing this like kind of soft side throughout because like Marv is Marv is the wet bandits, right?
Yeah.
Harry's not even on board with that. He's not even a
Yeah,
part of
but
that.
Harry's
to
just like,
me,
I just want a couple
Marv's the
bracelets.
cool one. Marv's the one that's like, next time, remember he's crossing, he's like, next time, little buddy, watch out where you're going.
Yeah.
Harry's the one that actually owns a pistol, not Marv. Because remember, he tries to pull it in the second one and he's covered in gook.
You know, I'm kind of mad that I didn't say the neighbor because I thought the neighbor, but I felt like,
Here we
Abby,
go.
you failed.
Here we go.
well, no, I felt like
Abby's like, it's Buzz's girlfriend, Woof.
I just felt like it wasn't meant to be that. I feel like to me, like Kevin is just, I don't know.
Because like Kevin dies if he doesn't show up with that shovel and knock them
that's
both
true.
in the head.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think that far.
Yeah.
It's a murder mystery film.
It feels like when you say it like that, it's way too intense.
I don't think that.
There's no doubt in my mind Harry
No.
was going to put a bullet in his head.
No, I don't think he was going
I
to
don't
bite
think
his
it was
fingers
meant to be
off.
that
I don't think he was going to
intense.
kill him. I think they were just going to like scare him really bad and kind of torment him mentally a little bit.
Yeah.
So you think after
I think they would have threatened
Let me
him.
ask you this. So here's your logic, Brian.
Okay, sure.
A man with the willingness to know that a kid is home alone, to break in that child's house and steal all their stuff. A man with that low of a moral compass to then go and get his head blowtorched, like clean, get a signet burnt into his hand, be hit with some type of metal piping, to be literally tortured, to be cut from a rope and hit a tree going at least 20 miles an hour. He's just gonna go like, yeah, we'll just scare him.
He's just gonna go boot.
There's no way someone who's just gone through, like, could you imagine having your entire head burned? I think he was shot in the balls with a BB gun twice. A pellet gun.
I just think
He's
they didn't.
putting a bullet in his head. There's no doubt. He's going to put a bullet in his head. They're going to bury him somewhere.
Yeah, but again,
and
you're
they're gonna
talking about.
They're going to be 10 states down by the time.
But you're still driving Brian's point home because you're still talking about Marv.
No, I'm talking about Harry.
No, but Marv's the one that gets his head burnt.
No, it's Harry.
No, that was Harry.
Oh.
The short guy.
Yeah, Marv's the tall one. And Harry in the second one, remember, he goes to shoot. That's another one. I've got you. Checkmate. He goes to shoot the bird lady, but he can't because his gun is covered in gook. So he was going to kill someone. Remember? He's got the gun and he's trying to pull the lever back. Yeah, you think
He
you
didn't
know,
have a gun in the
you
first
think
one,
you know
though.
the
So
you didn't see. You think you know the Wet Bandits, man. You don't know the Wet Bandits. Brian's like, guys, at the end they all would have prayed in a circle. They would listen to DC talk on the way home. Now Harry was going to kill a 10-year-old kid. I have no doubt. It's just hard for you to it's hard to see your heroes like that, isn't it?
It's hard to see your heroes as villains.
I mean, they flooded like 8 people's homes. I don't think they cared.
Marv flooded the home.
He did.
And that's my thing.
I really thought that Marv was the small
no, remember
one.
because he's going, Harry.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
when Joe Pesci's laying on the floor and he's got the spider and he looks up and he goes, Marv.
Yeah, Marv. What are you doing, Marv? He goes, don't move, Harry.
They are funny.
They're great movies.
Yeah.
They're like, I wish somebody could, they redid it on Disney Plus.
It was
Wasn't great.
I wouldn't even.
not good.
Wasn't great. I wish somebody would remake it.
Buzz was a cop, though.
If they were going to remake it, I wish they would just remake it in the 90s. Like, you don't have to remake it now.
Yeah.
You can remake it in the same era.
Yeah.
You don't have to
I
do
agree.
he does it, but he's got like Siri.
Right.
He has a Google Nest and he's
Yeah.
still home alone.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's terrible.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of Home Alone 3, though?
I don't even think I saw
I
Home
haven't.
Alone
If
3.
I saw it, I was a kid.
You've never seen Home Alone 3?
Is Home Alone 3 like the new kid?
Yeah. Where he has the car and they put the
That
computer
just
chip in it.
I'm sure I saw it as a kid, but
No, I don't
I'm not
think
going to lie.
I don't think I've ever seen
Home
it.
Alone
time for
3 is good. It's not like 4 becomes so terribly bad. It's unwatchable. Home Alone 3 is not.
How are all these kids just getting left at home and nobody's calling child services? Can we talk about that?
you know what I think?
It's
This family loses their child
it's
2
a turn of
times.
events. Remember, too, in the second one, they're like, has this ever happened before? And they're like, last Christmas. Remember, they knock on wood?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's pretty classic. But yeah, Home Alone 3 is good. It's a good film.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I can't really remember ever watching it.
It's 4. Yes, you have. You must have seen it with me. Here's the plot. 4 rogue, some kind of agents have stolen some
This
type
feels
of
too much like Star
I
Wars.
already hate it.
computer chip processor.
No, I'm out. I'm literally out
Oh,
already.
I think I have seen this.
And to get across in the airport, they stick it inside of a remote control car and put it in a bag. The old lady who lives across from the new kid from Home Alone is traveling and has her gift in the same type of bag. And the bags get switched.
Classic.
And he's the one that shovels her driveway. And she didn't have a little remote control car.
About $1 for every time that happens.
Listen, every time. And so the chip ends up with him in the car, and they end up setting up a sting in the house to try to steal the chip back because it's
I
like
feel like I have seen this.
government.
Okay.
And he tortures all 4 of them.
That just sounds.
3 of them.
That sounds like a movie.
I think it is 3 of them.
No, it's 4 of them.
Okay.
There's 4, and they all
There's
have
3.
black hair, and they all are kind of Russian. It's a classic.
So that sounds like a movie I'll never watch. But I have a theory about Noah.
I hate
Okay.
Brian.
I have a theory, and it's because I've come to realize because you're so nostalgic.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that
episode 1.
I think that. Hang on. There's a word.
Brian's like,
Brian's like, I think.
Hang on. I'll cut this out. There's a word I'm thinking of.
No, I want this in. I want people to know.
I want people to know what it's like
what it's
talking
like
to
having
you.
a conversation with you. This is not being cut.
For Noah, I think the only qualification of what makes a movie good or something good is, did it come out when I was a child?
Yeah. Or does
Not-
it bring me
not,
back to that time?
Is it a good movie or does it have a good plot? It's just, did it come out when I was a kid? And if the answer is yes, then it was a good movie. I'm pretty sure that's.
But don't you feel like there's a level of that we all live in? Like there's movies that we watch as kids that we love that now we probably would never watch and think is good.
But I think that Noah would watch that movie and be like, this still hits.
Here's the thing about Home Alone 3. You sucker.
I feel that way about Hannah Montana.
Home Alone, yeah, and Hannah Montana is unwatchable.
And I eat it up.
Home Alone 3 has more realistic things that a kid would do to robbers than Home Alone 1 and 2. It's a little more grounded.
We all just heard you describe that movie and there's nothing grounded about that.
Noah's like, it's a little more realistic about a kid
Noah's like, it's based on a
by the
true
way.
story, guys.
beating up 4
No, but
Russian
like it's
spies.
not like it's like how did Kevin get that thing that he throws to them when they're on the stairs? How did he get that tied up? Where did he find that big, massive, lead-looking pipe thing? Like Home Alone 3 is not like that. It's real. It's real stories. It's
Here's the
real
thing.
people.
Not to veer off course, but I just made me think of it and I don't know why. One TV show that always makes me think of Christmas, and I know people are going to think I have a level of like something wrong with me by thinking this.
Nip tuck.
The first season of Stranger Things
No.
is a Christmas season to me.
Is it because she
Nope.
has Christmas lights
I
all
think
over her
so.
house?
Nope.
I just qualified as a Christmas show.
That is to me that is the definition of Halloween.
It's not the first
Every
season.
Stranger Things, except for season 3 where it's summer? That one is a
Season 3 is summer.
blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza shop and
They really did
Arcade.
that show right, man.
they did.
Yeah.
Although the last season's taken so long, I feel like 11's going to be 40. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to see
So
her.
I
as
have
like
a hard
30-year-old.
time watching child actors grow up, continuing to act in the same role.
Yeah.
That's hard to watch.
Yeah, unless they're supposed to.
I was gonna say,
Like,
I feel
like,
like,
Harry,
in
like
this,
Harry Potter's good with that.
They did a pretty good job, but here's the thing about some of the actors, even like the guy who plays Mike. He's so unbelievably awkward to watch.
I know.
I think maybe he'll be a great actor when he's like
Sure.
grown up, but
Yeah.
now he's in the stage where it's like I can't watch you.
Yeah, you're an awkward kid. Yeah. And Millie Bobby Brown went from like it's weird when you go from like child actor to supermodel, kind of like in that whole role. And it's like now you're trying to sell yourself as like a sexual figure. And in the first one, it was like, aren't you cute?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's
your
weird.
buzz little head.
Yeah, now you're like you know like not to be weird, but like now you have like a woman's body and your head is still like your head could be shaved again. It's just
Yeah.
weird.
I do think that the goal for this next season is to be that way, though, is for them to be grown up.
Yeah.
I think that they're trying to attempt.
So if now that'll work for me if their characters.
I think
the
it's
age of their
supposed to be a college
characters
season.
Are true to the age of.
It's
of the
set in
actors.
2023 and they all work at an Affleck insurance agency. It's a real twist on where they go with things.
I also just don't know. I feel like I don't know where they could go with it. 'Cause I feel like
I don't think Vecna's actually gone. Well, that may be a spoiler for people. I don't think Vecna's actually dead.
Well, I don't think you know who Vecna is until like season 3 anyway.
Guys, this episode is sponsored by Vecna.
Not Stranger Things.
Not Stranger Things.
just Vecna.
Just Vecna. No, but I don't think he's gone.
But it just feels Christmassy. The first season is just like a little.
I'm trying to think of a show that feels Christmassy.
And maybe now I'm just thinking about it. Like maybe it's just the lights.
Maybe you're just insane.
Maybe we watched it.
Abby's favorite laugh is.
Well, also, I don't know. Maybe now that I'm thinking about
I
it.
can't think of
is
a
it-
show that has like.
Did they not do Christmas in that season?
No.
I think it's just the lights that's throwing you.
I think it's just the lights. I'm pretty sure they're all.
It's been a long time since I've seen the first season.
It literally opens up with them trick or treating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like it goes from trick or treating and then it goes into Christmas.
I don't think it took 3 months. I don't think that season took. I don't think the storyline was 3 months.
Clearly, you've never fought a Demogorgon. Then takes a lot longer than a couple weeks.
Every weekend,
Yeah,
man.
I don't think Will was in the Upside Down for 3 months.
No.
Okay.
That can't be right.
Did you guys not see the size of him when he came out?
He was 40. I was trying to think. There was a show the other day that made me think. I will say this. One of the things I love about streaming services, have you noticed that every streaming service will have the Christmas episodes of shows in their Christmas section? I love that.
I do
That's
like
nice.
that.
That's
really
a lot
nice.
of fun. I feel like we should.
Oh, okay, real quick.
Okay.
My favorite TV show.
that has
I'll
to-
say episodes.
with Christmas.
Christmas episodes. Has
Brian's
to be
like-
The Office.
Seinfeld.
Really?
The
Really?
Christmas episodes of The Office are unbelievable to me.
Which one's
They
your
are
favorite?
really
Is it Benny
funny.
Hanna?
Benihana has, I think it's probably the first one, and then Benihana.
Benny Hanna's
Those
good.
two are. They're
I can't remember the
outstanding.
name of
Which
that. I like the one where they're where Phyllis is supposed to be Santa.
That's the one I'm thinking of. What's that
Oh my
one?
gosh, that's later on.
He comes out as Jesus Christ.
That's like season 4 or 5. That's later on.
Yeah, it feels because it's his last season, I think.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's Michael
still a little bit
Scott's last
early.
season.
I think it's like maybe 4. And didn't he leave in 5?
He
5 or
goes,
6?
I am Jesus.
He gets so mad at Phyllis.
He goes,
I love
"God,
that episode
Kevin."
so much.
Yeah, there's some really good Christmas.
I
episodes.
like, yeah, that one's really good. King of Queens has a couple good ones.
That's a Raven has a pretty good.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. That's crazy.
You know what shockingly has really
Hannah Montana.
You know what has really good Thanksgiving and Christmas episodes, like some of the best in the world, is Boy Meets World.
Okay.
They have some
Okay.
great Christmas,
All right.
Halloween.
You know, me and
Thanksgiving
Adam only like
episodes.
the first 2 seasons of that show. Once they get into high school, me and Adam just don't like it anymore.
Actually, I'm the opposite. I love the college years.
Okay. I've
I
not
love the
watched it
college
that
years of
far.
Boy Meets World.
We were a Seinfeld family, so I didn't watch a lot of Boy Meets World.
Watch.
I wasn't allowed to watch
Me
Boy
and
Meets
me
World.
and me and Bailey. I don't know how this happened. We made a tradition. We always watch the Halloween episode of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, where they go to the haunted.
That
Hotel
episode,
room?
I was just telling Mom the other day, she was laughing at me. I was
That's a
like, that episode
classic.
actually genuinely scared me as a kid.
Yeah, it was terrifying as a child.
I love how when you talk about shows like that, you look at me and you're like, right? As if
Right,
you think
Brian?
I've seen any of them.
Brian's like, have you guys seen the Christmas episode of the Flintstones? Insane, right? Barney's a nut. It's getting late. We should probably move into our first segment. And that is this. We enjoyed it last week. It's becoming a regular segment on the podcast. Here is our new segment called Abby Explains. And we have Abby explain a different movie or set of movies that she's never seen. And it's for 2 reasons. 1, for the enjoyment of me and Brian, and 2, for the pure audacity and pride that Abby thinks she knows the plot
I
of every
do.
movie that she hasn't
I
seen.
do.
And so today,
Why do you think I haven't seen them?
we're going to have Abby explain the plot of Lord of the Rings to us. And so, Abby, why don't you tell us exactly what happens in Lord of the Rings?
Here's the thing. I'm so confident in this. And also, just FYI, a lot of people, by a lot, I mean literally Mom, heard my definition / explanation for Star Wars and
Wrong.
said, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like,
It's like not even close.
Has your mom seen Star Wars?
I'll let you in. My mom's actually a Star Trek person.
she is a Trekkie.
Okay.
She's a Trekkie.
I've not seen that either, but I
All
could
right.
tell you the plot.
Plot of Lord of the
go.
Rings. Give us as much detail as you can.
Okay.
Don't hold back on the deets.
So I will say I've seen a couple scenes of Lord of the Rings because my dad has gone through many Lord of the Rings phases. And then I've also seen some of the Hobbits in theaters, slightly also falling asleep.
No hobbits, just Lord of the Rings.
Okay, no, but I'm saying like my understanding of them come from this kind of combined world of knowing.
And you know what's weird?
Okay.
I still feel like you're going to get it wrong.
I don't think I'm really confident.
All right, hit it with us.
Okay, so it's about all of these hobbits that live in a village. And there's like higher fae, and these higher like fae fairy people live in like a castle.
You can't use fantasy novel language here.
Ooh, fairies? wizards,
Higher fae.
goblins.
This isn't a Sarah J. Maas novel.
So there's these higher like fairy people that like wizards and stuff that like live in this castle. And I don't know how the hobbits and the wizard castle people correlate or why they're together in some capacity. But I want to say that the hobbits are just living a normal life and that maybe they're like the lesser people than like the wizards. Is his name Gandalf?
Yeah.
See, I'm getting there.
We should have said no. It's Gary. It's like, so Gary and the hobbits.
So the hobbits are all chilling out and one of them discovers like the ring. And this ring is like a possessive ring that like makes you obsessive over things. And so they're like, oh no, we got to take this back to that place where people don't find the ring. And they're like, I guess we're going to have to do it together. So it becomes like kind of like a hi-ho dwarves situation where they're all like going to this place to hide this ring.
Going to hide it?
I think. Or like,
let her go.
Maybe they're going to give it back to the wizard.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking maybe the wizards and stuff are also maybe trying to find the ring because they need it for something too. I'm starting to get nervous. And I'm thinking that while they're on this journey, one of these hobbits is like, I just can't take it anymore. I have to put it on. And during this encounter, they meet Schmeagol. Is that his name?
When he puts the
Yes.
ring on, they meet Schmeagol.
No, they don't meet him when he puts the ring on, but like they're just on their journey to give this ring somewhere. And
Okay.
they run into Schmeagol, and Schmeagol knows they have this ring. And he's
Right.
like, I look like this and I'm this way because of this ring.
Okay.
Let me tell you my old tale. And then he's like, not only let me tell you my old tale, I want it back. But this other hobbit's still really obsessed with the ring. So he's like, you're not getting it. And this whole journey that started out as like, we're doing a good deed has turned into like this other hobbit being obsessed with the ring as well. And he's got this friend and the friend's like, don't do it. And he's like, I'm going to do it. And he like puts the ring on. And I think he goes into like a bad vision or something because I think I've seen that scene. And then he like takes the ring off and has like a panic attack. And then later on, there's an evil eye somewhere in these movies. And I don't know if that's what eventually turns the plot away from the ring is like they're now trying to save their place from the evil eye. And the ring's kind of attached to the evil eye. Can you see in the evil eye through the ring? I don't know. And then all of a sudden, I think that are there like camps of wizarding places that start trying to fight for the rights to this
Yes.
community?
Yes.
Community of people groups. And I feel like it probably ends with one of them dying to sacrifice themselves to save them from the eye.
Okay.
And then I think obviously throughout it's like there's battle and there's goblins or creepy creatures. And I think Gandalf uses his white, like, is it called like white power?
Yep.
That's probably not the word for it.
Gandalf uses white privilege to save. Gandalf uses white privilege to save the hobbits. Abby's like, it's a story about race, and the goblins represent colored people, and Gandalf represents white privilege.
No, like it's like the light and dark kind of Darth Vader situation.
Okay.
Like his power's not light; it's like a white color because it's like different from everybody else. Because
Okay.
he's like the most. He's like the whatchamacallit. What's the guy's name? And I just had a brain fart in Harry Potter.
Dumbledore?
Yeah, he's like the Dumbledore of like the Lord
Got
of
it.
the Rings.
Got it.
And then I want to say that maybe during this time, like kingdoms start attacking each other throughout these movies because there's like 25,000 of them.
Sure.
And during these movies, like all of these like wars start with these like elf people and these like elves come into the picture. And some of them are like, I think one of them falls in love with one that dies.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm obviously like good wins over evil.
How does it end?
I want to say that Gandalf dies.
Okay.
I also want to say that one of the elf ladies that he loves dies.
one of the elf ladies that Gandalf loves dies.
No, one of the elf ladies that another elf loves, but I don't know his name. He's one of the warriors. And then I want to say maybe, obviously, like, I guess they save the day and everything goes back to normal because they've won the war.
Yeah.
And the evil eye, like, goes away or something.
Guys,
I have a pretty good feeling.
that was Lord of the Rings.
Am I close?
I would scale, like, we need to probably
From
keep
1 to 10.
We probably need to keep a running scale of how Abby finishes.
10 being the most accurate, 1 being not so accurate.
Let's hit the few things that she hit right on.
Okay, should we give an overall scale first, or should we do that?
Sure.
I would say a 5
Okay.
out of 10.
That's not bad.
5 out of 10.
Yeah, would you
At
say
that
it's
point, I've seen
high?
the movie.
3?
Out of 10, I'd say maybe a 3.
Oh.
Just on the basis that she hit a couple of like the races, like there are elves and dwarves
Sure.
and wizards.
The plot you got like so wrong.
Well, now I don't want you to tell me the plot because now I feel like I need to watch it.
They're incredible.
You know what the crazier thing is? I'm going to watch all these movies and still not know the plot.
It's,
I'm going to watch all these movies and then come back with
And the
you
thing
guys
is, like,
to tell you what I think the plot
thing
was.
is, though, it's funny because I think what you're describing is what people who don't watch Lord of the Rings think it is.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know
Because
what
I
mean?
feel like, I mean, from what I've seen or like the scenes that
It's
I've
like
seen.
how many old Christian ladies said that Harry Potter was just witchcraft, and you watch it and you're like, actually, these films really hold up. They're really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 out of 10.
So
Okay.
them finding Smeagol on the way.
Yep,
And
Gollum.
him having become who he is because of the ring.
Yeah,
Okay.
Spot
Smeagol
on.
was who he was as a.
Yeah, he was a hobbit.
Hobbit, and
then he
Gollum,
became
so he
Turned
evil.
into Gollum. with
Yeah,
The ring. Yeah.
I knew that.
You got that right.
Nailed it.
I've seen the movie pretty
You
much.
got that.
There are elves,
Elves.
There are elves.
There's
A wizard.
wizards.
There's battles.
battles.
There's battles and kingdoms. You got that right.
Yeah.
You didn't get the purpose of the ring. You didn't get why they have the ring. You didn't get the connection between the ring and the Eye of Sauron right.
Sick.
You didn't. The guy who actually likes the elf is actually human. Well, he's human, but his bloodline is Numenorian, so he's
Numenorian.
kind of human. But
Okay, well, nobody's gonna know that. Not even people who've
big
seen
deal,
it.
man. It's a big deal. That's about it. The rest you kind of got wrong.
I really feel like I did so good.
You want us to
Maybe
explain it to you?
no, because now I don't want to watch them, but I kind of want to watch
So
them.
it'll be 2 weeks before we're back here doing this.
Okay.
So in the next 2 weeks, if you could watch those 3, it's just 3 movies.
Oh, it's just 3?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
they're
thought it was
4
like
hours
7.
apiece. They're good.
Oh my gosh. Do they have parts to them?
Has
Can you,
Adam
like-
seen them?
No.
Oh,
Watch them with Adam.
yeah.
Because he'll do that thing where he's like, "Oh, I'm like,
I
I'm
hate
too cool
that.
for this. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, what is this like?
Yeah.
Oh, like wizards and elves."
I hate wizards.
Yeah, he'll pretend like he's too cool, but 5
in
minutes
2
in,
weeks-
5
in-
minutes in,
They're like, dude, have you seen freaking Lord of the Rings?
2 weeks he'll come to church with elf ears. He'll be like, what? I've always had these. The points? My pointers? They're good. We actually had talked about like putting it like on Patreon or something, but doing a live stream
yeah,
of you watching those movies for the first time.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, because they're good. And I think if you actually understood them, you'd probably like. I'll tell you what's pretty funny. It's actually, and this is like we haven't done this because of this, but it's becoming kind of trendy. Have you seen that on like Instagram and stuff? There's a lot of like dudes who have like a set of like friends. A lot of dudes.
A lot of dudes who have friends.
A lot of dudes who have sets of friends that are girls, like that are like it's like him and like 4 or 5 girls, or whatever, and he'll take them through and he'll record them watching all the Lord of the Rings for the first time,
yeah.
and it'll like start like.
He's like, we're gonna watch boy movies. You ever seen Transformers?
But it's funny because by the end
we're
of the
gonna watch
third
all
one,
the Transformers.
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. By the end of the last one, like they're all crying every time.
You know, yeah. Well, that's another story for another day.
But yeah, they're worth.
I have seen that.
worth
I've seen
watching.
that stuff like that has been popular just because people like experiencing stuff with other people. So they'll watch people watch
It
stuff.
is. It is
I
fun when
love
there's
that.
when there's something like Lord of the Rings. That's like to me, that's like a very like. It's been a very like profound part of my growing up, like watching Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
He means the animated one you'd get at the library. I honestly, this is probably going to be weird.
So okay, go ahead.
I think I enjoy watching a movie I love with someone that's never seen it for the first time than I enjoy seeing. I like that more than I do seeing a new movie.
I
Okay.
don't know if I'd say more.
I would rather watch a movie that I know is like a total, like I'd rather watch Interstellar with someone that's never seen it and experience it through their eyes than I would like both of us seeing a brand new movie.
I feel that way about all the Cars movies. Watching the Cars movies with somebody who's never seen it feels like it would be euphoric.
I was like, Mater, quit looking at me like that. I'll take you for an oil change.
I'm like, you guys think this is crazy? Wait till you get to 2 and they start becoming spies.
I thought that was 3.
No, that's 2.
Is
3,
it?
Doc retires.
That's right.
It's one of the most emotional movies I've ever seen.
I guess I know what you mean. For certain movies like that. Like
Yeah,
Interstellar,
like Lord of the Rings.
Cars.
Lord of the Rings.
Like we should all, we should do a families of 3. Hess's, Chance Weldon's watch-a-thon of Lord of the Rings. Because I would actually like to experience that with you.
Do you genuinely think that all of us with small babies and toddlers could get through 7 hours, 8 hours of movies?
We should try that. Has anyone actually tried the thing where they watch something on the, like where you can share cast?
Oh, like stream?
No.
I don't think I have, no.
We need to try that. We could all just watch it from home and then just FaceTime after.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
The only thing is I like to watch Lord of the Rings in my underwear.
So are the Hobbits about them prior to the ring? Like before
The
the
Hobbit
ring?
is a prequel to Lord of the Rings.
So it's, yeah, okay.
So in the Hobbit, in the story of the Hobbit, that's the story where he finds the ring.
Oh, so they don't explain that to you in the movies?
Well, back in the day, The Hobbit came out first.
Yeah, the Hobbit was actually
Oh,
So Lord of the Rings is just it's a better story.
yeah.
okay. Wow, I did not know that.
And honestly, I don't even, from what I understand,
Is there not like 4 Hobbits?
3.
3 Hobbit
But
movies?
it's 3. There's actually 3 Lord of the Rings books. But The Hobbit's actually just one book that they broke up into 3 movies.
So they came out with the first Hobbit. They did the 3 movies, and they came out with the other 2 Hobbits.
The Hobbit movie altogether was done after the Lord of the Rings movies.
I hate that.
Yeah,
That's
The
what I'm
Hobbits
saying.
came out like 10
they,
years.
they came out with the Lord of the Rings movies, and then nobody knew how he found that ring for years.
Well, yeah, I mean, the internet's around and people know about The Hobbit. You're just the only one.
Okay.
And I mean, they give brief explanations.
Also, it's a book. I
early
remember,
on.
so people probably read the books.
That's
and
what
then,
I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
book from the 60s.
Hey, I get it. I get it.
And so that
And
is
it's a book I'll never read.
That's
Don't you
Abby
guys worry.
Explains. And once again, Abby's pride falls. Let's move into masterpieces because I have a curation today that I think is going to get everyone hyped for the holidays. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Merry Christmas!
Merry
We never
Christmas.
agreed to that.
We never
Everyone
agreed to that.
agreed that on 3 we would always say Merry Christmas during this episode. None of
I
us
think my
done it.
masterpiece is
1, 2,
gonna
3,
win.
Merry Christmas!
I think my masterpiece is gonna win.
No, I think I've got the.
I think I've
it
got this
today.
one.
We need to start doing fan votes.
Yeah, after this, comment down below who the masterpiece
We need
is
to- we need
of
to
the
master-
We
episode.
can post a story
We
maybe.
need, yeah, we need to post a
let people
story and
vote.
let people know. Also,
I don't know if you guys just want to continue to lose, but
if you're watching this, help me understand this. Like 100 something views of our podcast, 27 subscribers. The numbers aren't adding up, and so this is your pause moment where if you want to make Abby famous,
which we do.
which we do,
I already kind of am.
right below, there's just a little button that just says subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right,
All right, masterpiece.
masterpiece, hit it. Okay, so we're gonna start with Brian's masterpiece.
So, all I think that needs to be said is the dog is really man's best friend, truly. And I think that the
hate
friendship
this.
that has formed between this man and his dog is honestly
If this dog licks his
unbelievable.
mouth.
It's unbelievable. The
Let's go.
relationship.
I do think the dog is in on this and not actually annoyed.
Oh my god.
Somebody said AI could never
Yeah, I could
generate
never
this.
generate this.
Is that not
that
one of
is
the most amazing
insane.
things?
Here's the thing.
That is a masterpiece.
Is doing that with the fear that the dog could turn on your cheek like fat. Like, arr.
Well, yeah, because clearly the dog is aggravated.
I'm so confused. Is it his dog?
It's gotta be.
It's got to be his dog.
You don't get to practice that and get to know that you can do that with
Whose
somebody
That or
dog
else.
though
unless-
like gets
unless-
that mad at their own
unless he's
their own owner?
He's like trained him.
But to see
I
that
just
guy, he
burped.
seems like the kind of guy who's just kind of.
He's not training anybody.
He's not. I don't think you would train a dog to be that pissed off, would you?
I don't think so.
I want to hear.
I just think
I'm gonna mute it, but I want to see a couple. My dog growls like this as well when he is very happy. It's scary and weird.
Somebody said terrible video. I can't believe I sat through all 3 hours of it.
Someone put Lincoln Bark. That dog is
my
totally
gosh.
in on it. He's just helping his homie. I hate that. I'm going to report that person. I think I'm done. Okay, we'll move on to mine. Mine, I find, is more, I don't want to give anything away. Mine is really about inspiration. You know, there's Get Ready With Me videos, like Get Ready.
Hey, I've made him.
It's normally GRWM.
what does that mean?
Like get ready.
Get
with
ready
me.
with me.
Like
People will
it's a-
post a GRWM
I don't know why he said it like
video.
that.
Sure. Okay.
And this lady is kind of explaining how she gets hyped for her day. Okay?
So it's get hyped with me.
Kind of. Here we go. Yeah. She's getting ready for work. What do you think? Like, here's the thing. Like,
What's
you
I
have a
wanna
shift
know-
coming. No. You have a shift coming. I'm going to assume, based off the video, it's either at like Golden Gallon or like a Quick Trip.
Okay.
Maybe she's moved up to like Bucky's. But I'm assuming she works at a gas station.
I don't know. I think she's a realtor.
No, what I actually think is she works third shift at Dollar General. You know when you go in at 10 o'clock to get movie candy for that
Brian's
late
thinking
showing?
so hard.
Brian is like, I'm reporting you to Santa Claus. Let's watch it one more time.
No,
No, we
there's
can't. There's nothing
There's
there.
no depth.
I will
thing
say
is, though, what
does
is
she
she-
have sour cream on her bagel?
I
Or
don't
her
know.
Piece of
I
toast?
don't know. I think
Cream cheese, maybe?
the thing is though, whatever is on that, we need to figure it out because I'm never that hyped for my day. For a shift at work.
Maybe it's just a little bit of everything but the bagel seasoning.
And the thing is, like, she's a vibe. She's a whole vibe. You can find her at the Dollar General on Jackson Street.
I don't agree. I think she's a
Every
realtor.
Friday.
That's my opinion.
You think she's a realtor,
I
Brian?
think she's a realtor.
I think I want to see Abby's video.
Okay, wait. I've got to explain this video.
Brian is like a wet fart.
So I think that, first off, when I saw this video, I was absolutely flabbergasted. I don't know if this song was at the end credits of Wicked and we just didn't watch the whole movie.
Sure.
So we didn't know that this song was in the movie, which Brian, you've not seen this, but this song isn't in the beginning of the movie or really throughout. I'm thinking it's an end credit scene and we
Okay.
just didn't say long enough.
Okay.
I feel like everything you're saying is a lie right now.
No, did you Google if there was an end credit scene?
Yes, there wasn't one.
I think there was. Watch this.
Don't go see Wicked in theaters. I went and not 10 minutes in, did the whole audience start singing, two sticky slugs in a bathtub, giving each other back rubs in the bathtub. What does that do to you? But what does that do for me? Can a slug find love in a tub? Sipping on Chardonnay. The slugs love Chardonnay. Can two slugs find love in a tub when one skin is gray and the other is beige? Slugs have racism too. Two sticky slugs in the bathtub, giving each other back rubs in the bathtub. Is that wrong to you? 'Cause that feels right to me. And that song wasn't even in the movie. Pretty good, though.
I'm literally crying.
I can't believe how long he sung that song for. Oh my god.
The best part is him playing the other guy just standing there in complete amazement.
Wow.
Two
You guys are
sticky
making
slugs
jokes. You're
in
going to
the
be on your way home
bathtub.
today and be like, 2 sticky slugs in the bathtub.
Giving each other a back rub. That is literally the worst thing.
And you know the only reason that he said don't go see Wicked in theaters is because he wanted people to listen to this song. And he knew
and he said
if he started
he
it that
was
way,
about-
people were going to be like, what song?
yeah, and then yes.
And then it's his debut song, 2 Sticky
That
Slugs.
And he's
Brilliant.
like, he's closing his eyes. It's
Oh my
deep.
God, it's so
he said,
funny.
slugs have racism too. One gray, one beige.
Wow.
Anyway, so that's what kept me up
That
last night.
that is actually, I think, our first genuine masterpiece.
is a true masterpiece.
I don't know though. Brian's dog.
That one.
Brian,
is
for some reason,
outstanding.
hates.
How did we both
hates
come
that
out
dog
with
general
songs
employee.
today?
What?
I said, how do we both show up with songs today?
I don't know, but they hit.
You gotta admit though, that girl's hype. She's ready for a shift. She's ready for today.
I'm telling you, she's selling houses.
Yeah,
She's selling houses in Bel Air.
virtually.
Virtually. Can you imagine selling houses on Sims?
I have a Minecraft real estate agency.
No, you don't.
I just sell small Minecraft homes that I've built myself.
No, you don't.
That I mined for gold myself.
Oh my gosh.
Nope, that's it. I feel pretty good. We've got 9 more segments to go before we're done today.
That's not
No,
true
I'm just
either.
kidding. We're not posting a video next week for Christmas
For Christmas.
because we're gonna enjoy Christmas with our families. You psychopaths. You cinephiles.
You know you want
You want
more.
a new episode every week. You cinephiles are
That is not-
demanding new
that's not
episodes
in the-
every stinking week.
We haven't concrete that.
Anyway, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Next week, we are going to be discussing something very interesting. Brian is going to break down why he actually thinks George Bush was behind 9/11. And that's going to be a very challenging topic, I think, for the podcast. 1, 2, 3. Merry Christmas.
Never agreed to that.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, Merry Christmas from
Merry
us
Christmas.
to you guys. Hope you have a very good Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. We hope you have enjoy all of your winter solstice holidays, but especially Christmas. Merry Christmas.